What is going on, guys? It is Mason of Delfino, and oh my goodness, Switchmas is coming soon, guys. It's less than a week. We got a week until the Switch, guys. What? It's crazy to think that time has just flown by like this. It's like a loft wing, just zooming through the Zelda skies, you know? It's like the Mario starship is zooming right along the galaxies and we're just sitting on top of it like, oh, it's going too fast, you know? Time is a-flying, I'm telling you what. So today, with just so little time left until release, I want to do a lot of videos about the Switch and why I'm excited for it, things of that nature. So today we're going to be looking at 6 things I am excited for feature-wise that the Switch has that I am just so pumped about. This could just be general topics or something interesting that I saw on a trailer or something, but let me tell you what, we know next to nothing about this still. Even after these leaks, even after everybody wants to share what they have about the Switch, Nintendo themselves has said literally nothing, almost. Haha. Good one. Here are 6 things that I think will sell the Nintendo Switch. Number 1 is just a given. What is a system without games? You know, we have a lot of fun ones coming up. This year for Nintendo is looking pretty fresh. We got Splatoon 2, pun not intended. Ha! See what I did there? We got ARMS. We got Mario Odyssey coming out. We got Xenoblade 2. We got everything. I'm not sure if Xenoblade is coming out in 2017 or 2018. I'm pretty sure it's this year. But nevertheless, we got Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's in the wild. Dude, this is a game that is coming soon. It's gonna be out in the wild on store shelves ASAP. And it's like, oh my goodness. That's a big key feature, is games. And the thing is, they have very solid lineup this year. They gotta have some sort of surprise for E3 too, because why would they not? This is a killer year for Nintendo, and none of us realize it yet. We obviously know it's gonna do well for them, but oh my gosh, I don't think we understand just the extent, because there's a lot coming out. Games are looking good, Snipper Clips even looks good, and Sonic Mania that's coming on other things too, but you get the point. And it's looking like a good year for games, I think. Especially for the Switch, we got a lot of new learning with the controls and everything for these games and all that stuff, which brings me to my next point. How about the Joy-Cons? That's the next thing I'm excited for, because those things are looking monstrous here. If you don't know what a Joy-Con is, basically it's the essentials to the Nintendo Switch controller. The Nintendo Switch has the console, which is the screen, and then you have the side controllers, which are the Joy-Cons. You can use those for a lot of things. They have an IR sensor, which you can kind of detect how far a hand is from you or something. Like pretend this is a Joy-Con, you know, the IR sensor's right here. And my hand's here. Oh, that's about a foot. You know, it can do that. You can tell the difference between rock, paper, and scissors. That's cool. And these things just have a lot of tech built in them. But my favorite feature by far, aside from the NFC reader and all that good stuff, is HD Rumble. Now the media has said this is a big feature. This is the real deal and you can feel it. And basically what HD Rumble is a simulation of actual feeling. In the trailer for the Nintendo Switch features, they talked about how you can kind of feel how many ice cubes are in a cup and you can feel water being poured into that. And you know, it's just crazy to think that that's actually a thing that's able to be done. But oh my gosh, if it's a thing, sign me up, here's the pin. But those things have a lot of power within them. They got a lot of buttons, but apparently they're really comfortable after so long getting used to them, kind of. They look small, but I'm pretty sure, you know, nobody's had a problem with it that I've actually seen. They've done pretty well for what they are. And it's not even out yet. The reception has been very decent. So that's another reason I'm excited. Joy-Cons are looking fresh, looking really, really cool. So excited to try those out. Next up is something that really refers to a lot of diversity rather than actual feature. But, you know, how about the different modes the Nintendo Switch can play in? You have the TV mode where you can just play with the Joy-Cons on the Joy-Con grip and play it like a normal standard controller. You can use the Pro Controller for it. You can use the tabletop mode where you have just the screen sitting on any given surface, really. There's just a good little variety of the modes you can use for the Joy-Cons. You can take them off, you can keep them on, you can use it in a different controller entirely and use just the TV as the screen. There's so much that this thing can do, and that's a great thing, really. The diversity is incredible to have. I'm super excited that it's a thing, you know. Just to have the options and the opportunity to play to your liking is incredible. You can play it in the bathroom, you can play it on an airplane, you can play it in a desert, you can play it in a swimming pool. Just kidding, don't do that. Probably not a good idea. But you get the point. Pretty cool thing, if I do say so myself. And with all the options and variants you're able to use to play your games, that comes along with a better general conception of better multiplayer games in general. Now, Nintendo hasn't really been notorious for having the best multiplayer online functions or anything like that, But picture a hybrid. You can play it at home, play it online with whoever you want. Or you can take it and meet somebody at the park. You can meet 7 of your other friends at the park and play Splatoon for the day. Like, how cool is that? You got the local multiplayer functions of a handheld inside of a home console that you can take back on the go with you. That is so cool. If you're chilling with a friend and they want to play your game, it's like, oh, I only have the Joy-Cons on the screen. You know, you're in handheld mode, leaving in town. How about we just set Mario Kart down on the table right here, pull out the Joy-Cons, here's this one, shazing, and then we can both play. My imaginary friend here is liking that idea too. There's just a lot going on, and I think Nintendo really realized that, hey, we need some decent controls up in here, so they're like, hey, we got you, and along with that, you got better games. So that alone in itself is a big plus. One thing I want to touch on before we get to the final point of this video is voice chat. I know this is a thing that should have been on a Nintendo system 10 years ago, but you and I both know Nintendo does not like to keep up with the times, but that's okay. We should let them do them because I feel like they finally have the right idea. So, this is crazy that voice chat is a thing now, right? You can do party chats, you can do game rooms, all this stuff going on now. But the thing is, it's through a phone app. Now, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing yet. I'm assuming we're gonna find out. Right up front, it sounds a little weird, doesn't it? Setting up game lobbies and stuff through your phone that somebody could potentially call you on while you're in a group chat or something doesn't seem like an appetizing thing happening. But if I remember right, it is confirmed that you can actually set up parties and stuff through the system itself also. So the phone may not be completely necessary unless you're just wanting to do party chat and stuff, which maybe the console can do too. We don't know yet. But let me tell you what, that's something I'm excited for too. Finally being able to talk to my friends from wherever I want without having that stupid, staticky sound that the little game chat in Mario Kart 8's lobby had. Or that Smash Bros had. You know, we got real good game chat with your buds wherever you want. What could be better? The portability of the Nintendo Switch is probably the best thing they could have done for this. We all know the Wii U's dead now. That thing's burning in the ground. You know, the nail's in the coffin and it's good to go. Set away on the sea, blowing down the Great Sea, you know? You can literally play this thing anywhere. Isn't that cool? If you're playing Breath of the Wild in the comfort of your own home, here I am in mine, and oh, I gotta go in town. You know, if somebody's driving, you better not play and drive because that's not safe. Safety Rules 101 with Mason of Delfino, your host. Take the Joy-Cons off the grip, put them on the system itself that is in the dock at the time, pull it out, and boom, take your game with you. It's as simple as that. If you don't think that is cool, you're unstylish. Yeah, I just went there. You got no style, and you got no grace if you're trying to say that's a bad idea. Portability is always a good thing, especially, and I mean especially, if it's a home console in the form of a handheld on the go. So with that said, those are 6 key features that I think will sell the Switch, and I think it's going to do really well. In all honesty, I feel like it's going to be a hit for hardcore Nintendo fans at least, and maybe even casuals. We don't know yet. All there's left to do now is wait, and I cannot wait. Literally, that's impossible. Somehow I'll survive. I don't know how I'm gonna though. But thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what features you're excited for down below in the comments for the Nintendo Switch. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.